All right, what's going on, family? So, I am back at it for my third night straight. We're about to get another drawing session in. While I got time, peace to the family. You know what I'm saying? Much love, much blessings. Hope everything is going well. And if it is not, I hope it will be getting better. Um, so I did a live session last night, and this illustration is, like a sketch that I did on my last live. So if you're not aware, or if you're new to the stream, Afrofuturism is my style. You know what I mean? It took me a while, it took me years to figure out how I was going to craft it. Like studying different artists and stuff like that. Forgive me, because I'm trying to find my eraser. I have my own personal eraser. I don't know where the joint is at. Give me a second. I'll be right back. But y'all can look at the illustration a little more and the reference that I came up with the help with ChatGPT's new image creator, which I think is dope. You know what I mean? I know, first of all, who messed up the tunes then? I know we in a time where people being spooky at AI and stuff like that, and like the stuff that people are doing with it, but I'm not one of those people. You know what I mean? Just like anything else, AI is a tool. So just like any other tool, it just depends on the individual or individuals and how they decide to use it. So what I like to do is, oh, here we go. Never mind. I found my eraser. All right, we good. But yeah, anyway, so I'm just continuing my session that I did from the other day. So I'm thinking about, I'm pretty much finished this sketch I was working on the other day. So I'm gonna go to another reference that I did in ChatGPT just to show y'all, like, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like look at this. This is fire. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? So am I saying that I would take this exact thing and be like, oh, I made it? Nah. What I would do is I would take a reference that I like, that is literally, because I was playing around with ChatGPT and adding some things, taking away some things, and I'm like, yo, this is fire, because it's like it's really adding on additions within seconds compared to me searching on Google, searching on Pinterest to try to find something that's more fitting to what I'm looking for. It's literally responding to what I'm giving into it, and on top of that, I can just draw from scratch. I know how to draw. You know what I'm saying? Hope you got somebody in the chat. Who in the chat? Let me see. I believe you got somebody in the chat. StreamYard is so small, I can't even see what's going on. I done zoomed in my face. Okay, I see. Hi. All right, what's up? How you doing? Hope all's well. Let's get back to it. You might see my cat. I don't know, but one of my cats. My cat over there, sleep. I got my other. Where's she at? Can I see her? Yeah, that's Pickles right there. Super spoiled. Let's get back to it. So, like I was saying, yeah, let's get back to it. So, I'm a '90s kid. So one of the big influences out of like the Dragon Ball Z's, the Naruto, and stuff like that. One of my favorite movies. So I was always into sci-fi. I was always into technology, and like just futuristic type stuff, which is fitting for the style that my style, which is Afrofuturism style. Um, One of my favorite movies and shows growing up in the 2D animation era is Guyver, Bio Booster Armor. I'm not sure if anybody's seen that. Um, but I was kind of like messing with ChatGPT to come up with some of them references. But either way, I think I will go with this one. So what I did was is I used Iron Man as a reference, and this initial image right here, and then I was playing around with ChatGPT and adding some things, taking away some stuff, and then these are one of the images that I got. But I kind of want to do some action poses. But either way, we gonna rock with this today. But we gonna make it Afrofuturism. All right, and we gonna do this live. And we gonna make it simple and we gonna make it fun. First thing is, we just need to get something down on the paper. That's the first thing. Well, no, I'll correct myself. First thing is, have fun. Second thing is, get something down. Third thing is, have more fun. So when it comes to me drawing, like lately, because like we artists, we know how it is. We're very self-critical, and sometimes we're critical to the point where we don't get nothing done. So what I learned through experience is just like get something down. You know what I mean? Don't worry about focusing on one specific style, like, or one specific approach. Just mix all our approaches. Like just flow. You know what I mean? Just flow. You know what I mean? So how I do it, one of the ways that I do it when it comes to starting off with the head pause. I'm in a city kid, so bear with me. I'm just gonna go with the oval shape, and I'm gonna draw another triangular shape. I'm just gonna connect it. Boom. Now we got a head. Pause. So one of the artists that I follow, he talks about just getting the center mass down. And it's this black dude. I can't remember his name, but he's definitely on YouTube. He worked with Marvel and DC for years. He just talks about getting I'm gonna try and get in the game. I'm working all day. Damn, you trying? Oh, my fault. That's one of my boys that I grew up with. But you get the center mass down. So I got an illustrator book that talks about how to draw the torso of a superhero. So basically, you just think about light bulb shape. If you think about the light bulb shape, it's just over at the top. The midsection kind of has like a tube or a rectangular shape. And then you roughly got the torso right there. Arms, regular stuff, more circles. So what's been working for me lately is just starting off at least doing stick figures, circles for the joints, lines for the forearms, circles for joints in the hands. Then you got the torso right here, boom. Then just got another stick for the legs. Now, this is one of many ways to do it. I'm not saying it's the ultimate way. I'm not trying to make disingenuous content. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not just saying like the purpose is to be disingenuous, but we all know what it is. Like people are just doing certain things because they know how the algorithms work, or they know like the science of thumbnails and what things is going, like getting the hook within 3 seconds and stuff like that. And I get it, you know what I mean? Especially if you're trying to build your platform, but at the same time, I wanted to build my platform and try to make it as simple as fun as possible. You know what I mean? Just keep it chill. Keep it trill. That's why I call it trill chill. Chill, 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 chill. I'm really goofy and animated, by the way. So if y'all think I'm about to be super stoic, I ain't doing it. And don't get me wrong, there's times I do that, but just not right now. So we got cylinders. Boom. Same thing. Cylinders. Now we didn't did all of that within what, a few minutes. Now we got a foundation of the body. You know what I'm saying? Let me read the chat real quick. I believe somebody said hello. This Streamlabs like comments is like super super small. But hey, what's going on? How y'all feeling? How we feeling? How y'all doing? What y'all doing over there? What y'all working on? All right, so one thing off rip that I want to change is probably the length of the legs. So I'm just gonna get my eraser. First of all, this eraser is mad dirty. I might get a new one. Gonna make that line, the legs a little longer. It's going more stick. Yeah, about right here. So roughly, you'll probably see another like tip. Roughly, you'll probably see like in the most, I don't know, like how to draw manga or anime characters. They're gonna say like the average male character, because we work on the male right now, is 7.5 or 8 heads tall. So that just means like literally just drawing some type of foundation for the head, which is usually some type of circle or sphere shape. Sometimes, a lot of times, other artists draw it in a way where it's like a rectangular shape. Either way, that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what I'm saying? Like roughly. And you can always play with the height. You know what I'm saying? So you can make them 8, 9. You know what I mean? It just depends on how you design the character. So a perfect example of like not following this rule to like taking it too literally is if you watch a show like One Piece. And in my personal opinion, I think One Piece has some of the best character designs that I've ever seen, because it's so clear in how they design the characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you got someone like Luffy, then you have like another character with like that's like super tall with broad shoulders and skinny legs, but the art style is still very similar across the board. So stuff like that, like somebody like me, like our artists, more specifically loving character design and animation, you really get to appreciate character designs the more you study it, man, for real. So now we got the foundation. Now, it's some elements of armor that I want to add, and some elements of armor that I don't want to add. So chest plate wise, I want to keep the chest plate. Arms, I mean, I guess we could do it. We could do it and see what he's rocking with. But let's form the physique of the character a little more. So I'm just going to add like simple anatomy. Boom. One of the artists that helped me learn anatomy the easiest way, and this is my personal opinion, he goes by, his name is David Finch, and he was an artist, older white guy who worked with DC and Marvel for years as a comic book artist and illustrator. You know what I mean? I've been following him for a while, and I've been learning from him. So basically what he talks about even if you don't necessarily like know, like if you're not a master at knowing anatomy, if you think about the muscles being like a network of just a network. If you think about it that way and you study it that way, it makes it easier for you to get the anatomy down. You know what I mean? So it's like if you look at a web is a very complex and interconnected, wire system. You feel what I'm trying to say? It's constructed in such a way where it's just like, it kind of look like damn near sacred geometry. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you an example. If I'm drawing an arm, right? Let's move the camera over here so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, now y'all can see what I'm doing. My fault, I ain't had a camera in a way y'all can see it. So let's say I'm just drawing an arm, right? Again, starting off with a circle just to get something down. Stick figure type stuff, line, another circle, line, another circle, or a square. So that's roughly, like a foundation of how I want the arm to be. Now, I already know I've read that when I'm drawing a deltoid, it's like this diamond type shape on the edges, right? Then we got the bicep, just more curves, you know what I'm saying? So I'm drawing it, like I'm drawing little oval shapes like that to get the foundation of the muscle down. I'm doing the same thing for the forearms. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm just running a line to connect them. And it's like if I like the legs right here, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just adding a little curved line, a small oval within the shape. Same thing for the other part of the leg. And I'm sketching down. I'm adding the same aspect to the calf muscle. I'm adding the same thing to the leg. I'm doing it over here. Boom, boom. I'm gonna add these two lines right here. Do this to try to get some dimension in this drawing. Bicep, tricep, forearm. You feel what I'm trying to say? So it's like these little things just can help us get a better understanding of the anatomy. And again, it's not perfect, but it's different between how we first started with just the simple stick figure compared to what we just built upon just now within a few seconds. You know what I'm trying to say? Let me read the chat real quick. All right, everything cool in the chat. Everything chilling in the chat so far. Cool, let's get back to it. We ain't gonna be here on too long. We ain't gonna hold y'all up. Gonna keep it nice, keep it smooth, keep it trill, chill. You know what I mean? So I'll say all to say that's a basis of um, how I get a character down. But what I talked about yesterday is, because I want to make it a more common theme on my YouTube channel, going from analog or sketch to digital art. So I'm pretty satisfied for the most part in terms of the foundation of this character on my left, possibly your right or left, depending on where you at. I'm satisfied with this design for the most part. So now I'm going to take it over digitally, play around with some things, pause, and see what we can get going. So regular stuff, just going to take a picture of of our reference. Boom. Got the picture. Then we're going to close the sketchbook and we're going to switch over to digital art now. Because I said in my last stream that I would do this. So, on, stick to it. We're gonna transition over to Procreate. This is my go-to illustration app. Hold on, me trying to get everything right. Hopefully this isn't sliding all crazy. It might be. Yeah, it look like it because the case is in the way. So just for the sake to make the stream nice and chill, nice and trill, just want to take this out the case, put it on the stand. I'm just gonna have raw iPad. Which I miss doing. I miss doing this. I had a different stand and that joint like messed up. But it's all good. Now we got a new one. So we're gonna go into Procreate. Let's open Procreate up. Boom. Open the app up. Give me a second. I gotta take a sip of my basil water. Hold on. Open up a new file. Screen canvas plus a plus sign. We'll turn our Apple Pencil on. Boom. We're gonna go to gallery. Then we're gonna go to this rinse tool. We're gonna go to add. We're gonna go to insert photo. We're gonna go to private photo. This is what I do. Boom. Well, first of all, that's not what I wanted. Go to add. It's a private photo. Boom. That's the screenshot we just took. Beautiful. So now this is now a private layer. So when it's a private layer, that means like basically, because in Procreate, it automatically does like time lapses, which is good if you're trying to like share your process on social media, as an artist. Add your music or voiceovers, however you want to do it. So that's the best thing about it. But if you don't want the image to pop up in your time-lapse video, cool. And if you don't, cool. But in the event that you don't want to do that, when you insert the image as a private file, it automatically won't pop up on a time-lapse video. You know what I'm saying? But either way, don't really matter to me. That's up to you. So we're gonna press the letter N. That's gonna give us control of turning up, like basically just the percentage of the opacity. So I'm going to turn it down to about, I'm going to do 29. I'm going to go to the first layer. I'm going to go to my brush library. I'm going to go to free fine liner. This is a free inking brush pack that I downloaded from Gumroad, found another creator. And I'm just going to go over my sketch just to get something down. I ain't trying to get nothing perfect. I'm saying, but I just want to really get better at the inking process, get out my head, relax, have fun, and then we'll just build from there. I'm saying, trust me, I know the struggle being an artist, man. Being an artist is not easy. So again, I'm just getting something down. I ain't trying to get like super perfect lines, but this is just, like I said, it's just gonna help the process move a lot more smoothly. So I'm just getting something down. You know what I mean? I'm not stuck on my head trying to worry about the most perfect approach. You know what I'm saying? And just really taking all the stuff that I see on social media from other artists so goddamn literally. You know what I'm saying? Give them like a little Nightwing type look. First of all, why is that not? So usually when you press the two fingers, that's like Control Z, as if you was on um, Adobe Illustrator. I think the joint coming out dope though. My fault, y'all. I'm just vibing right now. Had a rough day, man, for real. Had to have conversations with my son that I did not want to have, but it is what it is. Again, you know what I mean? So I'm still referencing them oval shapes as well sometimes to help me get form when I'm kind of forgetting, anatomy and placement and stuff like that. How do you think we doing so far? Let me turn this off because I know how these programs like, oh, this is copyright music. Oh, I'm tired. Oh man, that workout with David Goggins is crazy. I actually like listening to this, but I'm not sure it's gonna be copyrighted, so I'm not even about to do it. Just looking for vlog free music, you know what I'm saying? And after that, once I get this little bit of ink done, we'll get like a rough coloring session going on. Look for like a little color palette. y'all think so far? Chat. But anyway, I was only trying to get a half an hour in here. Again, I'll be more consistent on continuing these series, just chilling, chill vibes, doing the art, having conversation, doing even Q&As. You feel me? But my mic died. I'm not even sure if you can hear me right now. So either way, peace. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the like button, comment below if you rocking with your boy. All right, peace. I'm out.